Hello friends, and welcome back to Diablo Golden Ticket. We're 2 levels from the end of this nightmare now, can you believe it? And as promised, we're going to visit our rogue friend Moreina this episode, our sister of the Sightless Eye. She's going to have a slightly sad and disturbing encounter on level 14 of the Diablo dungeon. The quest we'll be talking about today actually spans 2 levels of the dungeon, so we're only going to see the first half of it in this video. But I've also got some other things I want to talk about because this is the last episode where we're really going to focus on our rogue character. Next video I'm going to give Jazrath most of the spotlight, and then of course we're going to wrap up with Prince Aiden and the conclusion of his epic 16-level search for his brother. So all this time, Moreina has been just kind of trailing along in Prince Aiden's wake, using this opportunity to hone her skills against demons and undead and whatnot. But at this point, I like to imagine she's feeling a bit like the proverbial frog looking around going, wait, is this water boiling? I mean, have I walked straight down into hell after this prince guy? Are we really looking for the Lord of Terror? Of our 3 protagonists, Moreina seems the most likely to just bail at this point, but canonically she doesn't, so I have to ask myself, why? There really isn't any sane reason, so let's think of an insane reason. I think that Moreina's close contact with demons, particularly these succubi, has begun to corrupt her a little. Yes, she's killing them, but at the same time, she can't help but admire them. She comes from a matriarchal and possibly even misandrist order, given that a lot of their number are women and girls who were rescued from terrible, abusive situations. We decided in our headcanon that Moreina joined the sisterhood more or less just because she didn't have any more exciting options in life, but she's been with them quite a while and probably adopted a lot of their attitudes. Level 22 now, and we're gonna keep developing her magic skill so she can make excellent use of that stone curse spell.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Anyway, now that Moreina's messing around down in hell, she's running into succubi. Female demons that have turned the tables and preyed on men. They're powerful and beautiful, and even as she's killing them, she has to admire them a bit as worthy adversaries. And maybe even identify with them. Moreina is a beautiful woman who has probably used her charm a time or two to get the better of someone who underestimated her. So I picture her at the Rising Sun Tavern having a drink with Aiden and Jazrath, and Aiden, who was raised in the Zakarim faith and who's encountered some succubi himself, might be brooding aloud about their wickedness, how they seduce and prey on weaker souls than his. And he's a prince, and Moreina's no fool, so she probably nods, but at the same time she's thinking, but whomst among us has not preyed on weak-souled men just a little bit? Whomst among us isn't doing that a little bit right now, actually? Using Aiden as a meat shield to assist her target practice. It's food for thought anyway, and the seed that's been planted in her mind has actually weakened her to the succubi's seduction in an entirely different way, not via lust, but via pride. And through that foothold in her soul, the succubi's creator, Andariel, now has a path into her psyche as well. I'm not sure that's going to work out well for her.
What ails you, my friend?
Buying some elixirs because stats are always good, and we have more money than we know what to do with right now. Yes, I'm sure I want to buy this item. It feels really judgy. They're like, you bought 18 of these. Are you sure you want to buy more? Watch our magic stat go up. It's almost like we just bought ourselves another level, really. It's going to give her more mana to play with down there. So Moreina is fighting more succubi and being corrupted by them and whatnot. And meanwhile, there's a Hell Knight that's just standing there, not attacking. Gonna disarm a trap like rogues do. So Moreina clears the room out. And then she approaches cautiously. We can see who he is by bouncing over, but she has to talk to him to find out. This is Lachdanan, the doomed captain of the King's Guard. Remember me talking about him last video? This was the guy who ended up in a huge battle against the king and ultimately put the crazy old coot out of his misery.
Please, don't kill me. Just hear me out. I was once captain of King Leoric's knights, upholding the laws of this land with justice and honor. Then his dark curse fell upon us for the role we played in his tragic death. As my fellow knights succumbed to their twisted fate, I fled from the king's burial chamber, searching for some way to free myself from the curse. I failed. I have heard of a golden elixir that could lift the curse and allow my soul to rest, but I have been unable to find it. My strength now wanes, and with it, the last of my humanity as well. Please, aid me and find the elixir. I will repay your efforts. I swear upon my honor.
So that voice actor is the healer Pepin, and also
Lazarus!
So Moreina goes back to the town to ask everyone about Lachdanan, of course.
You speak of a brave warrior long dead. I'll have no such talk of speaking with departed souls in my inn yard, thank you very much.
Sorry.
Well, what can I do for you? If it is actually Lachdanan that you've met, then I would advise that you aid him. I dealt with him on several occasions and found him to be honest and loyal in nature. The curse that fell upon the followers of King Leoric would fall especially hard upon him. Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. You claim to have spoken with Lachdanan? He was a great hero during his life. Lachdanan was an honorable and just man who served his king faithfully for years. But of course you already know that.
Yes, I did.
For those who were caught within the grasp of the king's curse, Lachdanan would be the least likely to submit to the darkness without a fight. So I suppose that your story could be true.
Wow.
If I were in your place, my friend, I would find a way to release him from his torture.
His skepticism is all the more hilarious when you're playing a female character.
What ails you, my friend? A golden elixir, you say? I have never concocted a potion of that color before, so I can't tell you how it would affect you if you were to try to drink it. As your healer, I strongly advise that should you find such an elixir, do as Lachdanan asks and do not try to use it.
I wasn't planning on drinking it. Weird idea, dude.
Can't a fellow drink in peace? Lachdanan is dead. Everybody knows that, and you can't fool me into thinking any other way. You can't talk to the dead. I know.
Wait, how does he know that? Who has he tried to talk to?
I sense a soul in search of answers. You may meet people who are trapped within the labyrinth, such as Lachdanan. I sense in him honor and great guilt. Aid him, and you aid all of Tristram.
Great guilt. Why does he feel guilty? He killed the king, but His Majesty was kind of asking for it.
Good day. How may I serve you? I've never heard of a Lachdanan before. Sorry, but I don't think that I can be of much help to you.
Shocker! Jillian is rarely of any help. I literally don't understand why she's in this game. She provides zero information. She has no quest. It's like someone realized, oh, we need a girl, I guess, who isn't a witch for all the townspeople to crush on because that's what girl for.
Psst! Over here! Over here.
Now let's treat ourselves to some classic wort sarcasm.
Wait, let me guess. Cain was swallowed up in a gigantic fissure that opened beneath him. He was incinerated in a ball of hellfire and can't answer your questions anymore. Oh, that isn't what happened? Then I guess you'll be buying something, or you'll be on your way.
I just realized that that was vaguely prophetic of wort there. Anyway, back to hell. Level up! I know I've been working on her magic, but she seems to be doing pretty decently thanks to our elixir binge. So I want to take a level to give her some more dexterity. 131% hit chance. What does that even mean? I don't know, but I like it. We are not going down to level 15 yet. So, the unique succubus on level 14, by the way, is Stareye the Witch, whom Aiden gets the pleasure of killing. I like her pretty blue wings. She is immune to fire, which doesn't matter too much to Aiden, obviously. Jazareth, on the other hand, for him this turns out to be more of a problem, since Fireball is kind of his go-to spell these days. I didn't check the wiki beforehand, so I had to learn this by trial and error with Jazareth, which is honestly what I've done through a lot of these playthroughs. I do get a visual clue though, because as you can see, Fireball very visibly hits these other succubi and the vipers and whatnot. But then when I cast it at Stareye, look how it just goes right through her, in contrast to how it affects the succubus who's standing right next to her. Even so, as obvious as this is, it took me a minute or two to figure it out. That it's not an issue of aim. I kept trying various positions, but finally I figure out what's going on and switch to lightning. Jazareth also gets another unique enemy on level 14, Fangskin, a gold viper who also may appear on this level. But Fireball works perfectly well on these guys. Fangskin is immune to magic, so Bloodstar wouldn't work on him, but that's fine, because who wants to use that health-stealing nonsense when I can just flambe his little snaky butt? Incidentally, I guess the name Fangskin is sort of like Chris for vipers, because in Diablo 2 there's another snake dude thing with the exact same name. So Jazareth found an amulet that is finally going to give him some magic resistance now that he's already killed every succubus on level 14. Here's hoping that comes in handy later as well.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
For once, Adria has a plethora of interesting things for sale. The town portal staff is tempting. May go back to get some more money for that. But definitely we want to get spell books, and we want elixirs of magic to boost his stats. I don't really use scrolls that much. I don't know why, I'm just not into it. Now, I did buy the Bloodstar spell, even though it's almost useless unless you have something that's immune to fire and lightning. An elixir of strength, too, why not? Trading money for stat points is fine at this stage of the game because Jazareth is rolling in gold from the Warlord of Blood quest, and there are only so many options in store inventories. Mana Shield, of course, that's a no-brainer, I thought. He uses that spell constantly, and an upgrade will improve it, right? Wrong. I found out later on the wiki that upgrades to Mana Shield do absolutely nothing except to reduce the weight of gold that you're carrying. So now he could cast Bloodstar if he wanted, which I don't, unless I run into some enemy that's immune to fire and lightning but not magic. I've got Elemental now too, and I honestly had no idea what it did when I bought it, but it was there and I had money. This is what it does. Yeah, a little fire dude runs into battle. Okay. How's your lightning resistance, Aiden? He's finishing up level 14. And he's gonna level up again before we're done. Level 23. Let's improve his hit chance and armor class just a bit by adding some dexterity, because we're kind of in the home stretch of this dungeon and things are going to be trying super hard to kill him. And that's it, actually, for level 14, but you're really going to love the next video, as it's about to get super dramatic as we near the finish and finally confront
Lazarus!